Measures of central tendency. The concept is measuring the central value of a given distribution. It is a part of descriptive statistics. And in actually statistics, we have two categories. One is descriptive statistics. The second one is inferential statistics. And first of all, the descriptive statistic, the name itself says that it is going to describe about a particular data or given set of data. Let us suppose there is a group of people. Now I am going to describe the characteristics of those people. What are they? Whom they belong to? That means you are defining the characteristics of one particular group of people or group of numbers or group of things is called as descriptive statistics. In descriptive statistics, generally we try to show that how many number of women are there, how many number of men are there out of a population of 100, are showing in a graphical representation. These are the things which are called as descriptive statistics. In that, the first concept, we have two concepts under descriptive statistics. First one is measures of central tendency and the second one is measures of dispersion. So the first concept what we are going to be discussed now is measures of central tendency. Now what do you mean by this tendency, central tendency, and measuring of that central tendency? Now let's see the definition over here. So measure of central tendency is a single value that attempts to describe a set of data by identifying the central position within what a set of data. They are also classed as summary statistics. Now let's take an example. The figure which is showing on the screen, the pinpoint was placed at the center of a stick. Let's take an example of a stick. If you wanted to balance a particular stick, usually where do we place that? On a finger, the center value. Let's take an example of a scale, a long scale which is consisting of 30 centimeters. If you wanted to balance on your single finger and you exactly place it 15 centimeters, so that the complete scale will be an horizontal line parallel to the x-axis. That means that 15 centimeter point is the value which is concentrated value that can balance the complete scale. That means we are going to find out such centralized value which can represent the complete distribution. See, let's take an example of our representative people like MROs, ward members, or MLA. And MLA is a person who is going to represent a group of people in a certain particular area, like an MRO. And these are also people who are going to represent. That means what are the problems faced by the number of people or group of people in that particular area will be taken care by this particular person. Or let us take an example of the students also. We'll be selecting some class representative. Why? He is the person who is going to represent that particular class, where our work gets very simplified. See, instead of all the people in a particular area going to the chief minister and explaining all the problems, instead of that, if one MLA is elected over there, he is going to represent the all people in front of that particular person. So here work gets very easy, and this one person is going to represent the complete population in particular area. Similarly, if some data is given to us, we will find out some centralized value, that which describes the given data. So let's take an example. How I can say that? How I can say that a group of students, that means group of students in a class, or of first class students or second class students. Now I let us suppose there are 100 students or 60 students in the class. I can go to each and every student. I will ask what is the pass percentage of those students in the previous examination. Now I'll collect all those details. By collecting all the details, I cannot just tell them whether they are first class students or second class students. Now what do? I'll find out the average. See, one of the measures of central tendency is average. I'll just move on to that. Now I'll find out the average of these values. We have a formula to find out that. Now I got one value which is called as 79 percentage. Now the average of the given observations is 79. Now based on this single value, I can say that all the students in the class group are first class with distinction. How did I say that? I got the answer as 79 percentage, and when an examination is conducted for 100 marks or 100 percentage, see, Above 70% it is distinction with first class, above 60% it is first class, above 50% it is second class, above 40% is third class, below 40% is failure. So there are some standardized values where we compare with. Now if I get to know the average of the students is only 62.5%, then what do I say? The group of people who are in the classroom, that means the average marks of the students gained by the people is 62.5%. That means the boys or the girls who are present in the class are of first class students. They are not distinction students, or either they are not the second class students. That means a one value which is going to describe the complete population, then that particular concentrated value is called as measures of central tendency. Now, in how many number of ways we are going to calculate this centralized value? There are three measures. First one is called as mean, second one median, and third one is called as mode. Once you think of the statistics, usually since our childhood, once we think of statistics, because once we pass our SSC, that means matriculation, we have a one unit which is called as statistics. From there itself, we have a foundation like these three terminologies over there: calculation of mean, median, and mode. And all the three values will give you the same result. Approximately, they'll give you the same value. These three measures are used to find out the same value, but in different situations we use different type of formulas to get the answer. So what is the first one? See, these are the formulas what you get into your mind once you think of the measures of central tendency. Actually, we have five measures of central tendencies. First one is mean, median, third one is mode, fourth one geometric mean, and fifth one is harmonic mean. But out of these five, the most used three formulas are mean, median, and mode. Mean is the average of the given number of observations. Just now I told you by using the formula we do that. And median is called as middlemost value. Middlemost value of the given number of observations when they are arranged in a particular order. Either it can be an ascending order or descending order. Instead of finding out, that means if you are not good at calculation and if the numbers are being increased, then we use the concept of median. Simply we arrange all the numbers in the ascending order and we try to identify the middlemost number, and that value would be the mean also. So that is the concentrated value. Just now I told you that we are going to balance a scale on 15 centimeters if it is of 30 centimeters a scale. So 15 is called as median of the given distribution. And sometimes we use the concept of mode. Even instead of finding out the middlemost value or arranging them in an ascending order, by seeing the group of people, let us suppose I have calculated, that means I have gathered the information of the students like their pass percentages. While calculating, that means while collecting, I have observed that most of the people are saying that their pass percentage is between 60 to 65 itself. See, some students, if all the students will not be distinction students, that means getting all the students will not be rankers, right? So some of the students will be having above 90, 95 percentage, 80, 85 percentages also, but most of the people will not be in that particular area. And most of the people will be around 60 or 60 to 70, let us suppose. It's for an assumption. Now, if more number of students are getting the marks between 60 to 70, your answer also will lie between 60 to 70 itself. So by observational method also we can come to a conclusion that this is the answer and this is the centralized value which is going to represent the complete data which we are studying on. This is the concept about central tendency. We are going to find out a standardized or centralized value which can describe the characteristics of the complete data or a group of people or a group of things.